Hello, everybody out there in the verse. This is Hardware with Durmanhoth Clan News Network, coming at you for day 3 of the IAE 2952 Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. We have today Aegis, which has a conglomerate of ships of all shapes and sizes. I think in the 20s to be exact, that are flyable. And as we walk in, take a look at the map. You can see every single hull, every hollow area, everything's being used. Let's go ahead and take a look. Obviously, the big guy, Mr. Chonky himself, is the Reclaimer. This is your capital ship sized salvage, and it will be available, I should say it will be actually usable in 318. Right now, she's just a big lumbering giant piece of beautiful, and in the next patch, only the lasers, I believe the side lasers, will be usable. Not the claw, which this is the Reclaimer's claw down here. We don't know the exact mechanic on how things will work. If I were to guess, I would assume that this claw goes out, grabs the ship to kind of keep it steady for the Reclaimer to start cutting away at, and then rips a piece off and then sticks it in the belly where it nom-noms all of the ship. Parts. So we'll take a look at her in a minute. First we have, I should say over here, is the regular saber. This is the Comet. This is the one I have. This is sporting the digital camouflage, the blue canopy, and the blue edging and wings and engine spots. It's actually very cool. I do not see it out here, though I have a Raven that we will bring out and take a look at. The Raven is a very rare, very limited ship offered by Intel when they were doing an equipment purchase. You got a free ship. I don't need to rent this, I have it. Anyway, this is the Comet. The Comet's kind of stealthy. You can see that the cross-section is slim. Some big guns, engines are tucked into the body. I love it. Absolutely love that ship. That will probably be my primary or secondary fighter that I will use in deploying from either my Polaris or my Idris. My primary probably being the Scorpius. I love the Scorpius. And here is your basic saber. The red, the other one's the Saber Comet. This is the regular saber. Looks nice. Comet looks better. Alright, since we're over in this section, we're going to go stand by the landing gear here. Just like we did with the 890 jump, you can get a scale of just how big and massive this ship is. It really is awesome. But we'll take a look at her after we do a run through of all the other rooms. There's a lot of ships to take a look at. Alright, now back here we'll go into Hall 3. I forgot, I don't know what's in here yet. There's no point in looking at the map. We're going to hit them all. So, Hall 3 has, slight drum roll please, Gladius, and the Hammerhead. Alright, now the Gladius, which is this one, that's the base one, although that looks like it has the variant paint, or Valiant paint, but Anyway, the Gladius right now is kind of a meta as far as fighters concerned. Fast, very agile, packs a good slapping potential with its weapons. Get in, get out. Pretty awesome ship. I have not flown the regular Gladius. I have a Valiant, so I've only flown that one. But as far as I am aware, the ships are almost identical. Maybe a little bit of a weapons upgrade, but almost identical. The paint's different. Looks like it's missing a logo on those fins. A laser repeater. She's a good ship. Very well. Like I've said in the other videos, if I didn't say this is day 3 by the way, like I've said in the other videos, we're going to do a ship tour of the ones I have, some of the ones I can borrow, and at the end of this, whatever's left, if we can get to a terminal that's actually usable, maybe we'll rent the ones I don't have and take a look at them. But we're going to do a full ship tour. This is the Hammerhead. I both love and not love the center, where it's like a giant donut. I just fall out. Looks like a giant donut from up above and below. Kind of an interesting look, but you miss out on so much area that you could have for just the dumb amenities that they have that come with a lot of these capital-sized ships. We haven't flown this in forever. I don't know where the cargo door is, so we'll just have to come over here. And go up these way. This ship is not multi-leveled except for the cockpit front area. In the front area, you're going to have, I'll show you here. I'll come back to that thought. So this ship is set up to have multiple turrets. This is a blockade runner. These turrets hit hard. Very, very hard. What happens, which is really neat, is you see these turrets on the side, like the one I'm in now. It jets out from the ship, and then you're able to spiral and turn. When you're not using them, they tuck back in. Give yourself a little bit more room for flying and docking. This up here is how you dock this ship to a space station, which is on the main level of the ship where we're at right now, that skinny area. That is all just the one level. And then you take an elevator and you come down to the sub-level, which is technically that glass area, is your bridge. We'll take a look at that now. Now you want kind of a cool look before we hit the bridge. If you're ever flying around on a Hammerhead, and this is typically the ship that will be given to you in lieu of any capital ship, because they're all, obviously none of them have been made. So this is pretty much the one that gives you, this is that docking area. And if you're in Quantum, you can stand here and watch the universe go by right here from this upper area. It's kind of neat. You got turrets on that side. You walk a little ways down, you got double turrets on the other sides. Here is your bridge. Your bridge seats hang, which is also kind of a cool idea. There should be 6 turrets, if I'm not mistaken. You're going to have 4 on the sides. Those are your, well, I think they're all rhinos, but you've got 4 on the sides. You have one big chunky one on the top. You should have one in the back. I think that is it. She also does come with a complement of missiles to use. When we do the ship tour, we'll talk a little bit more about the specific armaments. It's a very healthy ship, which is why it's used in a lot of the missions as far as the NPCs are concerned. And right now, a lot of people use it for loot play, because people love getting into turrets that actually do heavy damage. And after the last, what has it been, 2, 3, 4 patches now, where they have fixed the turret targetability, it hits better, hits harder, and this thing is devastating. That looks glitched. Yep, we're not going in that. That'll be the end of the video. So there's another chair. So that is the docking collar area. Now here's that middle, the donut. It's cool. I mean, you get to look at the guy across the way from you. I don't know. Interesting idea. Could have put a lot more stuff in the middle of this ship, I feel, but it is unique and kind of cool. Turret all the way down there. Oh, and as always, this gold armor is brought to you by overspending. This looks like your crew quarters. Oh no, this is your cafeteria. This is the old lighting package, so it's a little dark. When you power up, it should turn on, but this is the cafeteria area. This is your cargo area. And the cool thing about the cargo area, let's see. You can look at it from above. You can come down into the cargo area that seems like it's like an engine room almost. I'm guessing that's what these are. Because it's cool animations. I think that's a mistake. Probably shouldn't be a whole bunch of blue fuzz unless it took some accidental damage somehow. These will be all your engineering terminals. Yeah, it's glitching like crazy. Probably should not stay long here. turret. The hammerhead's been around for quite a while. I don't know why it's showing to be glitching like that. So I don't want to hang out for too long. Might fall through the planet, the universe, you never know. But in the long and short of it, that would be your hammerhead. The only capital / subcapital ship that's really in the game right now. Alright, we'll run over here to Hull 1. Okay. I guess we'll run over here to Hull 2. Cool space hollow flight going on. Avengers, and we have a Redeemer. There's four. Pretty positive it's just 4 Avengers. Which one is this one? Alright, your Titan is your basic starter ship model. It gives you a little bit of cargo, some nice maneuverability, some nice lasers. You can do anything from space combat missions to box missions to some cargo missions with your Avenger Titan. Your Stalker is your bounty hunter version. That means there should be a cell or cryo tube back here. Yep, cells. So this is your doing bounty hunter missions when the capture missions become viable, is when ships like this, the Cutlass Blue or the Anvil Hawk, will come into play, where you can stick, I believe, even players, but at the very least NPCs that you take alive, you can stick them on there. Here's the Redeemer. Since we're already at the rear end of it, we'll just take a look at some of the interior features. Looks like these have been opened up. Lots of storage, sleeping for crew, food. Some jump ship seats that you have to sit on if they're going to be moving. Probably your component room. I do not have a Redeemer, so I've not really been through here. Okay. Weapons rack. Turret. Up there, down here. It says turret access, so either it won't let me in or somebody's in it. Remote gunners. I'm not a huge fan, but if you can see this part, these articulate and they open. So when you're kicking it into high gear, the engine's in there and those things open up. Kind of a cool design. gun. It's I'm not a huge fan, so I do not have this one, but I respect the firepower that comes with it. This is a history lesson. Was I think the only so far, but fan make ship contest. This is what they came up with, and then CIG remade it because it had not been made yet. They remade it and then made it into the version that you see here today. And when it was a fan favorite make, it was supposed to be a dropship gunship, and it is now pretty solely a gunship. And that thing hits pretty hard. Renegade, I don't know what the Renegade's for. Just another base ship, I feel. Light freight. It's the Anvil, it's Aegis Renegade. It's just got a little bit more SCU space. Plus you can probably put at least an STV, some hover bikes. I don't know what else you could fit in there. I think Ursa wouldn't fit. But I've seen people do Stranger. Warlock, this is the E-Warfare. So you do EMPs to... I don't know if this one is the EMP or if it is a quantum lock. Let me see. It says... it says EMP. Take a run out here to the main hall again. And switch sides. Salvage is going to be my primary game loop as far as resource and money making. So I have a reclaimer and a vulture. Yesterday, no, I'm sorry, Drake. 2 days ago, on the first day, you've seen the Drake vulture, the giant yellow, almost hair curler. That is the one-man light version of salvage. Alright, we have the Eclipse and the Retaliator. The Eclipse looks like your standard bomber. The Eclipse comes with 3 torpedoes, and those torpedoes are done on a revolver bracket. So when 3 of them will be on a revolver, and then you fire one, it'll turn, drop the next one, fire 2, turn, drop the next one. It has a maximum payload of 3. And its primary focus, obviously, is stealth. You fly in, you unload a bunch of size 9 torpedoes, and then fly away. Retaliator bomber, that's what this is going to be. For the Retaliator itself, there is a base version that is modular. So I don't know if there will still be a bomber or if that's just how you can acquire all of the missiles. So this will have, in its primary focus, it will have 6 torpedoes, size 9 torpedoes on the body. So everything up here by the cockpit is the main body, and it will have 6 torpedoes. Now the back is modular. We'll see that here in a second. But the modularity will allow you to either A, put in another 3 size 9 torpedo bay, a dropship modular bay, or living quarters, I think, complete with an entertainment center and kitchen, that type of thing. These are the big giant torpedoes. You actually get to see these in action if you're out here when you're fighting. That would be your cockpit. That would be your, I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, that's your turret. It wasn't letting me hit it. That is your turret control. Now here's something that took me a long time. I used to have this. I upgraded it. This is sleeping quarters. I upgraded this, then got it again, then upgraded it, and then got it again, and now I don't have it again. Turret. Seated. Beds. View. Kind of a cool view. So I do not have this one anymore. The primary reason is I got it because it made bounty hunter missions so much easier. Call it what you will. But my Polaris will hold, I believe it's 24 size 9 torpedoes. So if I need to use size 9 torpedoes for something, I will probably just take my Polaris out and use them there. So I don't really need a dedicated, me personally, a dedicated torpedo thrower when my patrol ship that will be used for small guild functions will have 24 of them. Those are the 2 Aegis bombers. They're giant torpedo throwers. Map of the system. I'm actually starting to starve. I'm gonna have to go find food because the food vendor is not working out here. Here are your Vanguard series. These are your heavy fighters. I have a Harbinger. We'll get to that in a second. Or we might be getting to it now. Just the Harbinger. Yep. So this is your missile boat. She's a big bad boy. You'll be able to see the inside differences. So here you have a little bit of food storage, system stuff, beds. Come up here, pretty much a single fighter though on this one. There it is. There's a top turret. So that is your torpedo boat. Hoplite, this is your dropship version. And here you will see 8 total chairs. And pilot. And turret. This is your warden, this is your base fighter version. I didn't notice if there was a door on the other one for a shit shower shave, but this is your base heavy fighter for the Vanguard series, also turret. Over here will be the sun. The sun is very distinct in its color scheme. So if you're into the E-Warfare, you're going to want to change the coloring of that so people don't know which one you have. So, this is E-Warfare. And the cool thing about the inside is it's exactly how it looks. Oh, it's going to let me rent one. Finally. That's why it's not down. Nobody could get it open. Cool thing about it is, if I rent it, we'll see it, but there's screens and computers and holographic stuff that are consistent with somebody needing to check out the electronic information that's being received. And I believe it also has EMP torpedoes, so it has an EMP. It should have EMP torpedoes that'll knock out electrical systems as well. Well, if things are working, let me see if I can get through real quick.
Hi.
A couple
Thanks for coming in.
windows over here. All right. Buggy. Our food just went up to 52%. Let's grab another one. Let's see, let's get a tilapia verde. And the food should be 97. We're back in action. Looks like nothing here. I guess Aegis does not put out vehicles. I guess I never really thought about it. That looks like the Nautilus. The Nautilus is the mine sweeper, layer, and recovery ship. That means it'll get rid of them, it'll use them, or you can, I believe, steal them. This is not flyable yet. It is only offered here as a holo. There's my ship. We should have two more. Oh, what the hell? That looks like your Vulcan. The Vulcan is the utility ship. It's kind of like a tow truck. If the Crucible was a repair mechanic shop, the Vulcan is a tow truck. It kind of brings you what you need. You need some gas. I think it can hold some gas. You need parts. You need salvage material to fix a hole. You need arms and armament, ammo. This has specific storage needs for those items. I am going to be very mad if we do not have the Javelin and the Aegis represented. They are, or were, I should say, on sale as limited holds. I believe there are a couple of Idrises left. Pardon me, overtime and running on only a couple cylinders all day. But anyway, we have Javelins, I think, are all gone. And I think there's only a couple Warbond Idrises left. The Idris P. There are three versions of the Idris, officially, unofficially. We have the Idris P, which is a patrol variant. It has a decent amount of cargo room, no spine gun. Then we have the Idris M, which is the classic railgun spinal mount. I swear to God, I just went in that one. It must be a secondary to enter. Anyway, the spinal gun mount, and it has an extra, I believe, top forward turret lasers, as well as, heavier armor, I think, and a couple other things. Then there is an Idris K. Now, an Idris K is just a kit that you can get for the Idris, and it'll work on either. But primarily for those that buy the P, you can get a K kit, put it on, and your non-spine railgun ship becomes a beam spine gunship. So it's a continuous beam instead of a pew 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 pew. It is a pew that you can cut through stuff with. They said they were not going to do beam weapons. They have changed their mind. I am assuming, though I've never read anything specifically before, that the beam weapon is akin to what they were using like in Babylon 5 when they would shoot. So that is it. I'm going to see if I can find out where the Idris and or Javelin might be. But if they are not showing it, it's because they're probably running an event. But that would be your Aegis Day, Day 3. If you have any comments, obviously, questions, throw them in the comment section. And we'll see you tomorrow for Day 4, Alien Day.